So what's going on, guys? Jerry Kid Dripmode, and yes, today is another dial, and today I got a new item. Pennywise.
Pennywise the dancing clown.
From the movie It, the new movie It, not the old It. Pretty cool. He got a balloon. He has 2 additional faces. 2 additional arms, the balloon, and the little boat. My idea is to make the scene where he is underneath the sewer, where he's in the sewer talking to the little kid, grabs his hand, kills him, and that scene is an iconic scene. So I think for the display area that I have for him, it's a decent size. I mean, I'm here thinking street, the sewer, the elevated pavement, the grass, and where he's going to be standing. So he doesn't really need that much space, but the question is, should I make this dial bigger than just a tiny little dial? I don't know, I'm debating on it, so I'm gonna figure out as I'm building it. So let's start. So yeah, I just unboxed Mr. Pennywise here. It's pretty badass. Very detailed. And I love how the balloon, you're able to make it float. So this will be the area where he'll be in. This is a sewer drain. This is the concrete pavement, and then this is all grass. So what you see here is that the sewer drain right here, right? So he's not gonna fit because he's too big, his hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a hole in here, and this will be enough for it to fit down there and him be underneath. But also I want to give him some depth so he gets some shadow. You have to cut a hole basically so he could sit more underneath, so it could look like he's under the ground. Believe it or not, this was hard to do. If you don't have the right tool to cut and this angle, if you don't have the right tool, it's a little bit hard. So that was a challenge. But he fits in there. the pavement. the concrete already has its base, has its highlights. Gave it the wash and gave it its weathering. Same thing with the sewer drain. Kind of gave it two different colors, a light tan, and I let that dry first, and then I got a dark brown, but as I painted over it, I started pulling it off, so it gives it this rusty kind of like metal look. Yeah, so it gave it that metal look like if it's a sewer drain. And now this green is only a base. What I'm gonna do next is that I'm gonna get some glue spray, and I'm gonna just spray it lightly over the grass area, and then I'm gonna be dabbing it with this moss. Alright? And hopefully I'll get a nice plane of grass. Okay.
Talk to a lawyer. Not a bad idea. Hey, you must have someone in your family that's a lawyer. Why, because I'm Jewish?
So yeah, came out pretty clean. It's pretty cool. A lot better than what I thought. I like the fact like some of the grass is going over the pavement. It's a lot more realistic. Alright, so you see this? This can is pretty cool because it gives you texture. So that's what I did. That's what in this dial I'm experimenting different tricks. And I think I wanted to use this for the concrete look, and check it out. So I gave this 2 layers, really light, and it looks pretty dope. Gives you that rough look, that concrete look. I'm not gonna lie, this type of dial is not unique. If you're gonna do it, a lot of people have done this type of dial. What's gonna make mine stand out from the everybody else is that I'm gonna focus now on adding the rain. I'm not gonna really add the rain, but I'm gonna add the water flowing through the concrete and adding the little river where the boat's gonna float. How am I gonna do it? I'm gonna do it with resin. I taped every area where. So this is the area I'm gonna put the resin. I'm gonna put a really thin layer because it's supposed to be rain. It's supposed to be like just one coat of water. So as you can see here, I put a really thin layer of the mixture of resin. I didn't make it too thick. Usually when people use resin, they use a lot of it. In this case, I am just using it so to give it the idea of a wet concrete pavement, like if it's been raining. And hopefully it comes out really well. It's been more than 24 hours. It's the next day, and I'm loving the outcome. It's shiny and it's not sticky. It's resin. You know, it's not sticky, but it's shiny. And the one thing I love the spray that I used that imitated the concrete, it made it look like wet concrete, and I'm loving it. That was the effect that I wanted. Additional element of realism is that now I'm gonna add the waves of the water going into the drain and creating this, you know, that little riverbank where the little boat flows. And also I'm gonna give it a realistic look of the rain flowing this way. Mod Podge right there. Mod Podge. So what I do with Mod Podge is that basically I'm like, for instance, right now what I'm doing is I'm putting, this is gonna be the riverbank or the little stream from the rain. Alright. Alright. And I'm gonna create the strokes of the water. And what's gonna happen is that once it dries up, it's gonna clear. It's gonna clear up, but it's gonna give you those. It's gonna give it that look like if water is coming into the sewer. I'm adding the current, so I'm just lightly just brushing the direction that I want the water to look like it's coming from. Okay, so ta-da! It's done.